Hello everyone and welcome to a tier list video. Today I'm joined by Zach and we are going to... Today I'm joined by Zach, I'll link his channel in the description, and we're going to be doing a tier list of crisps. Mainly British crisps, but we've added a couple of American stuff in just to please you lot. Notably Cheetos, and that's about it. Now this video is my version of the tier list, but you can find his version of the tier list on his channel whenever that comes out. And yeah, let's begin. Alright, so Pringles original salted.
Oh.
I've gotta say it's gotta be a C. It's not great for me.
Nah, I'm sorry, but I really don't agree with you there. An E for me. It's
Really?
just like, the thing is, I don't know if this is just me, but when it comes to crisps that are just like, just ready salted, I do not like them at all.
I mean, I'll eat
of the
them,
fact.
but like, yeah.
Yeah, it's like, I don't like them. It's basically just salt.
Yeah, I definitely think you can do a lot better in the realm of ready salted, or just, I don't know why I'm calling it ready salted, that's the Walker version. Just anything salt.
Just,
yeah.
In just your basic bog standard crisp, or if you're an American chip, you can definitely do better than just the original Pringle.
Yeah.
It's honestly not the gold standard that you should be looking at whatsoever.
Next we have an American one. Cheetos Puffs Ready Salted. Ready Salted? I keep calling it that. Flaming Hot. The only Cheeto I've had ever. It's it's good. I gotta say, it's pretty. It's fine. I'd say it's a B. You know.
I mean, I agree with you there. B, because my only thing is, if it was like the crunchy Cheetos, the Flaming Hot Cheetos crunchy, I would be putting that straight into S, because like the puffs, they're okay. You can get better stuff, especially like Cheetos crunchy. They're so much nicer than the puffs.
Yeah,
and the thing is, you get a lot more of them as well.
Ah, fair enough. Doritos Cool Original, basically Cool Ranch, as far as I've heard. I'd give them a B. I don't know about you.
I feel like the Cool Original, they're not my favorite when it comes to Doritos. Cool Original is probably for me a C. They're respectable. They're not my first choice, but if they are there, I will eat them.
I would definitely, I would. I don't think I would buy them every time, but I certainly would buy them like sometimes. I mean, if I'm gonna buy them, I'm gonna buy. Spoiler alert! I'm gonna buy the chili heat wave, but like,
yep.
You can't go wrong with Cool Original.
No, you can't.
Baked Walkers.
Oh.
This one has its fans. I'm not one of them. It's gonna have to be a D for me.
Baked Walkers. The one that we have here, because it's the only JPEG that we can actually find, is the sea salted version.
Yeah,
for me,
it's very salty.
It's an F.
I
down
there. D.
I really do not like. I really do not like baked crisps, especially the Walker's ones, because in reality you get these little ridges in them, and the ridges it takes up unnecessary space of where I could be enjoying something. It's just not good. Whoever's idea it was to have sea salted flavored crisps had been doing something that they were honestly in a bad place, and it's just ruined crisps for me. Whoever thought of that idea.
Damn, you're very passionate about this.
Yeah, I really do not like sea salted crisps.
I don't have a problem with the sea salt. I just think it's like, I mean, it is a bit overly salted and kind of not a great texture. Yeah, so I definitely, I'm not a fan, but it does provide some funny weed jokes, because baked, lol,
Ha. funny.
Half funny. Half funny
And the
weed.
thing is, I can actually say that joke on my channel, unlike you, because yours actually can get monetized. I've only got 3 subscribers.
I can say weed, I think.
Maybe. I'm not sure.
I'll find out later, I guess.
You'll find out soon enough. For me, I'm safe. I've not even got 10 subscribers yet.
Rip. Well, hopefully we can boost your channel a little bit. I'll link it.
Yeah, I already said I'd put your video in the description.
Nice. Anyway, what's next for you on the list?
For me, it's Quavers.
Alright, well, we'll do Quavers. It's gonna be another D for me, unfortunately.
Yeah, I agree with you. Quavers, it's like, they're nice, but the cheese flavors just really, like, not, it's somewhat prosthetic.
I like cheese, but whatever kind of cheese they're putting in Quavers is just funky.
It's prosthetic. It's really just not nice.
Yeah, no. At least like the nacho cheese crisps, like it tastes like what it's trying to be, but like Quavers, I don't even know what kind of cheese it's trying to be.
and the shape of them. I know, like it's a unique shape.
I don't have a problem with the shape, personally. I just think they taste funky.
I feel like for me, when it comes to the shape, it's unnecessary.
It is kind of weird, but you know.
You're kind of just wasting potato.
You know what is good though?
Because you're cutting it into these weird shapes.
You know what is good though? It wasn't on this list, but like I kind of forgot about it. I don't know if you've had them, but lentil crisps in that shape.
Oh yeah,
absolutely S. Like,
definitely. Yeah, I can agree with that.
I might just
I wouldn't put them S. I'd probably put them at a solid A, close to S.
Yeah. We'll just pretend they're on this list, and I'm putting them in S personally.
Yeah, if they were on this list, I would put them in A.
Fair enough. I respect. Skips is next for me. I'm gonna give them A.
I'm going to go ahead and put them in B.
Fair enough. I really like the prawn cocktail flavor. It's better than the Walker's prawn cocktail, I think.
I feel like Walker's prawn cocktails just got a little bit more kick in terms of flavor than the Skips because it just doesn't feel like it's there.
I think the prawn cocktail in Walker's is definitely stronger, but I do prefer Skips because I like I do like the shape and like the feel. Yeah. The tongue feel, I don't know.
Don't describe anything like that again. Jesus Christ.
Sorry for that odd wording, but you know what I mean though.
Yeah.
Until they get soggy, so maybe don't put them in your mouth for too long.
Wow.
Okay, sorry for that horrible.
The description, just like that's gonna nasty. That's gonna stick with me for the rest of the day.
Maybe I'll put them down to C now. I'm kidding.
Oh God.
No. Yes. What's next for you?
I got discos.
How many do we have?
We only put salt and vinegar.
Salt and vinegar.
Yeah, because it's the only ones that we've both tried.
I think it's getting a C for me.
For me, yeah, I agree, a C.
Yeah, it's pretty like. Is it just me or like do they taste a bit chewy? Like
they taste chewy, but at the same time,
they don't taste
you either get a bag of them that's just got the perfect amount of flavor in terms of salt and vinegar, or you get a bag that just doesn't have any. It's tasteless.
Probably because of this weird shape, I suppose.
Yeah.
But I just think that they always taste a bit stale. Like the flavor. Okay.
And you do not want a stale crisp.
Like, keep getting notifications. They're not like, they're not bad at all. Like in terms of flavor. Can I stop getting notifications? They're just kind of a weird stale texture, which is a bit of a downside, I will say.
It's a disappointment, but I feel like what does it for me, it would be higher if they were consistent in terms of flavor.
Sensations chili, Thai. What is it? Thai sweet chili.
Yeah, Thai sweet chili. Oh, that's S tier.
I was about to say, ladies and gentlemen, we have our first S. That
S
is,
tier.
it's solid, very, very solid. It got the perfect amount of flavor. It's not like
Perfect.
it's not
It's
too
perfect
spicy.
shape.
It's not too spicy. It's
Perfect shape.
exactly
Because
just like
you get an equal spread of flavor across every crisp, and in every bag, it's always consistent.
I know. Can we just can we just put a message out there, crisps? I know it can be a cool novelty, but can we please just like stop giving too funky shapes? Like,
Don't do funky shape.
honestly,
I can understand Doritos doing triangles because, well, in terms of them, you can get an equal spread, but sometimes your bags are inconsistent. Just try and keep it natural shapes.
I will praise Pringles as well for the shape. I think Pringles shape is pretty solid.
Yeah, Pringle shape is solid, apart from the fact they somehow manage to fuck up when it comes in terms of their flavoring.
Yeah,
it's inconsistent yet again.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know.
The thing is, we're not even talking about Pringles. We're
Fair
supposed to be talking about Sensations.
But Sensations is very solid.
Thai sweet
agree.
chili is
Yes.
the gold standard. This is the kind of
Yeah.
crisp that you're trying to be.
I don't know if we're gonna get that height again. Maybe, depends.
I feel like for me personally, there's like two that could possibly rival that,
Yeah.
and that's for me the salt and vinegar squares or chili heat with Doritos.
Oh well. Okay. Ironically, Squares is up next for me. We might as well address that. So you're putting them in S, I'm assuming.
It depends which one it is though.
Salt and
which
vinegar.
one of you?
I've got
Oh yeah,
salt.
then that's an S.
I gotta
For me,
say,
it's an S.
we're having a bit of a rival, or like a bit of a conflict here, because they're E for me. I really don't like Squares.
Okay, right. Okay, for me, salt and vinegar squares is like the pinnacle salt and vinegar flavored crisp.
Oof.
Personally, because because 8 bags out of 10 are consistent in terms of flavor. The other two are either tasteless or overpowering.
Fairs.
And in terms of their shape, they're somewhat natural, but at the same time, it's somewhat unique.
I am really not a fan of Squares. I gotta say, I just don't like the texture at all, and like it's like weirdly they're like Pom Bears, texture of like Pom Bears. I don't know.
We should have put Pom Bears in here.
Yeah, you're right. I think that would be D for me, to be honest.
For me, that
Bears.
would be a C, just because of the nostalgia.
No, fair enough. But Squares, Squares are pretty. I don't know. I'm not sold on Squares. But yeah. What's next for you?
Chili heat with Doritos.
Oh damn. That's solid S, I think.
Yep.
For me.
I feel like Chili Heatwave is definitely higher in my S tier than Squares,
Yeah.
but I feel like it's not high enough to beat Thai Chili Sensations.
Neither. I definitely don't think that they match. I think Sensations is still leading for me.
Yeah. Because Chili Heatwave, the consistent in terms of flavor and how many bags in terms you will, if you have them, you can actually get a good flavoring from it and their shape.
Yeah.
And but sometimes you either end up with them that don't have enough flavor, the bag is half empty, or you've got broken Doritos in there.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, like, well, they are like. I definitely think they have they have sort of handful of problems, but they are definitely very solid in terms of the Dorito market. and
Definitely.
I would pick these up quite frequently. Only problem is that they're a bit expensive, but I don't think that really matters in this tier list.
In terms of pricing, we're not
Yeah, we're
basing
not really
anything off of pricing.
Um,
Because, well, we're in the middle of a cost of living crisis. Everything is going to be going up very fast.
Yeah, I'd still go for Sensations over it, but I definitely think Chili Heat Wave is very, very solid.
Yeah, it's a close second.
Ready Salted Walkers, I'm gonna give a solid A.
They are going in D for me.
Wow, okay. Fair enough.
As I've already said on my opinions in terms of Ready Salted Crisps, they are not my favorite and they're not good.
I gotta say, if in my opinion, Ready Salted is the line of would I buy them a lot in the future? Like if they're Ready Salted or if they're Ready Salted Walker standard or over, then I will be frequently buying them in the future. But I think like that's where my line is, I think. So it's like it's pretty standard. It's a bit basic, but at the same time, like I don't know. It's definitely like it's the most basic you can get of Walkers, but like it's definitely solid.
Oh shit!
But there's like nothing. There's nothing like wrong with them. Like that, again, like the shape is good. The texture is very good.
The shape is good.
And the amount of salt,
me,
it's not too salty and it's not too undersalted.
Again, for me, they are probably my second favourite in terms, if you were to give me Ready Salted Crisps, they'd be my second favourite. But just based off of the fact I feel like Ready Salted Crisps 9 times out of 10 are pretty much tasteless. And a good few times out of 10 will be inconsistent in terms of their bags.
Yeah.
It's just, it's D tier for me.
Damn. That is, yeah, I guess. I guess they're not the most interesting in the world, but I still think they're pretty solid. Tangy Cheese Doritos is next for me.
I want to hear your opinion first before I say mine.
I'm gonna say low C, bordering on D, in my opinion.
I'm putting them below Pringles original in E.
Fair enough. They're definitely not. They're definitely probably the worst mainstream Doritos you can get over here.
Definitely.
I haven't tried nacho cheese, but by the sounds of it, that will be worse because I've tried.
Nacho cheese is rank.
I've tried the nacho cheese. Like, I've tried fake knockoff nacho cheese.
Yeah.
Like triangle crisps, and they were pretty rank. So assuming they're like that, that would probably be an F.
Right, I have tried nacho cheese Doritos. I've tried the American one and the British one. The American one obviously has got a bunch of more chemicals and stuff packed into them.
Yeah.
And the thing is, it still tastes better than the UK one.
Yeah. Damn. Yeah.
The UK nacho cheese, we don't have it on here. It's just not good, which is the reason why it'd be an F. And Tangy cheese, it's probably, in my opinion, one of the worst cheese flavored crisps you can get in the UK.
Tangy cheese or nacho cheese?
Tangy cheese.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Well, I think I don't think they're bad, but like in terms of mainstream Doritos that you can get over here, they're definitely below, and I'd say they're better than Quavers in terms of cheese flavor. Like,
I'd honestly say I don't agree with you there. I feel like the Quavers at least taste a little bit more like cheese than the Tangy cheese does for some reason. It's like,
I suppose.
Yes, they're both prosthetic flavors and they're not nice. But Quavers just tastes a bit more like cheese.
Tangy cheese kind of I kind of agree that it doesn't taste very cheesy, but it just kind of tastes. I don't even know how I describe it. It's a very distinctive flavor. But
it's just not cheese.
It's not that cheesy, but it's like It's a bit cheesy, I suppose. I don't know. It's kind of kind of like mozzarella, but herby. I'm not sure. I might be wrong on that analogy. I'm not sure, but they're pretty. I don't like to use this word a lot, but mid. But yeah.
Yeah, they're probably below that. The poorest flavor of Doritos the UK has to offer, in my opinion.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I would say that's probably not too far from the truth. But I mean, I don't think we get as many Dorito flavors as America, to be fair.
But I think you've got three main ones, which is obviously your Cool Original, Chili Heat Wave, and Tangy Cheese here in the UK.
Tangy Cheese is definitely the worst.
Yeah, over in the US, you probably I think there's about 5, maybe 6 main flavors.
Yeah. Anyway, what do you have next?
I want to skip what I have next because I actually want to go straight onto a different cheese one, Jacob's Mini Cheddars.
Oh, that's actually next to me, and I gotta say, it's an S.
For me, it is an A. Mainly because most bags that you get are inconsistent.
Fair enough. I might actually. I don't think I'd put them above Doritos Chili Heat Wave.
They're the best. Still. No way are they higher than.
Yeah,
that.
no, I
the best
consider
cheese flavored crisp that the UK has to offer, personally, in my opinion.
Yeah, I would say that's fairly close. It's not very far from the truth. What's might have something to say about that for me, but I don't know. I think yeah.
But in reality, the bags are inconsistent. If they were consistent, I would put them higher than Squared Salt and Vinegar, just below Doritos Chili Heat Wave in S. But I can't because they're so inconsistent.
Yeah, I think it's like they're baked. They aren't like fried, which usually I prefer fried. But like the bakes just work so well. It almost feels it almost feels more like a biscuit than it's almost more of a biscuit than a crisp almost. But or a cracker. But like and those like packets you get were like the big ones. Those packets you get were like the big ones that are basically just crackers. Like they are actually amazing. But
they're nice.
Yeah, but like the mini cheddars are just smaller versions of that, which like definitely very the bags are like very small, but like obviously that matches the aesthetic, so
yeah.
But yeah, definitely very, very solid. Probably one of the best cheese crisps you can get over here.
Yeah, in my opinion, the best cheese crisp you can get in the UK. Unless you've got like some local brand that has got like locally made and just has that cheese.
Yeah.
Like that just explodes.
Yeah.
Which that's rare. That is
sent
very
from
rare.
The heavens.
Yeah. Because for some reason the UK just cannot do cheese flavored crisps.
French fry salt and vinegar is next for me.
Next for me is cheese and onion squares. We'll do salt and vinegar French fries first, then we'll do the squares.
I'm not. Do I have cheese and onion squares? Oh yeah, I do. I have all the squares on here. Yeah, I will give the salt and vinegar French fries a D, I think.
Yeah.
They're way too strong. I think I haven't had them in a while, so I mean, you said something like they've gotten less flavorful.
Yeah, originally I would have been putting them in B. If it was the original ones, because I really like salt and vinegar flavored crisps.
Same, but like I'd hate these.
But recently, like probably in maybe the past 3 or 4 years, they've become really inconsistent. You always get breakages in terms of French fries.
That hurts, yeah. When you open the bag and there's just a bunch of little pieces.
It's just like a bunch of little pieces. You have to fish them out.
Oh, that's
and if you've got
point.
say if you've got little cuts or something, bite marks on your fingers because you're biting away at your skin, and then it's salt and vinegar. That's acidic. It's gonna burn your hand.
Never before have I even managed to think of a more absolute relentless torture than what you just described.
The horrid pain.
That would be actually a nightmare.
But if you were to do it now, it's not as bad because the flavor's just lost it. It's gone.
I've only had the older ones, and they honestly I think it's just a bit too strong in terms of salt and vinegar. Also, the shape and texture of French fries are just really not for me. I don't know about them.
I can agree with the texture, but the shape, I feel like, because it's unique, it gives that somewhat of a better point in terms of it.
Without spoiling too much, I've just got to say, like, probably the worst, just general crisp, mainstream crisp flavor you can get is cheese and onion for me. But the cheese and onion,
Yes.
but the cheese and onion French fries, in my opinion, are the best French fries.
No.
Really?
No. I'm sorry. No.
I guess.
No, not in a million years, Louis. I'm sorry.
Well, I guess we'll find out what you think is the best in a bit then.
I don't think I've just realised I don't have the ready salted French fries on here.
Oh really?
Crap.
Oh, just
no,
put
I
a
don't have the
placeholder.
picture.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Anyways, next up is cheese and onion squares.
Yeah,
F.
they are. I would say
F.
I agree, actually. I would say F, because the salt and vinegar squares, at least salt and vinegar is a far superior flavour than cheese and onion.
Yeah, at least, and again, for some reason, they can actually be really consistent in terms of salt and vinegar squares or ready salted squares.
Yeah.
Ready salted squares is probably my favourite ready salted crisp.
Damn.
But the cheese and onion squares, they cock up every single time.
Yeah.
Horrid flavour. 9 times out of 10, it's 50% air.
Mm.
You get more breakages than a 90-year-old woman.
Good analogy.
And not only that, but they're inconsistent. You either get bags that are full with like 5% air, or you get bags that are 70% air, and it just... I don't see how these are £1.50.
£1.50. Damn.
For 27.5 grams as well.
Damn. I haven't had them in a long time, but I remember not liking them at all. So I just don't like squares, honestly.
I used to originally like cheese and onion squares before they decided to switch them up and change the flavour and add in these new bags because they've changed the look of the bags now, which means they're bigger, but it also means there's more air inside of them.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I don't have anything else to add to that, really. They're just pretty terrible.
They're not good.
You also kind of don't taste of anything, like, in my
That's
opinion.
The thing. They don't.
Yeah, they kind of just
anything.
it tastes like a baked potato, a compressed baked potato with like a hint of really bad cheese and onion.
Yeah, worst crisp on the ones we've done so far.
Yeah, I probably
opinion.
agree with that. I've got Walker's cheese and onion, sticking with the theme of bad crisps. E.
Walker's cheese and onion, yes, I agree.
Yeah.
But it's higher than Doritos Tangy cheese, but lower than the original Pringle.
Yeah, that's fair. It is definitely lower than the original Pringle. I would say they're better than no, sorry, I'd say they're not as good as salt and vinegar squares. But like they're definitely they're a struggle.
It's like
They also stink.
yes,
Like they smell
Yes,
terrible.
like they're consistent. You've got good enough bags. The only thing is you cannot get your flavouring whatsoever in terms of cheese and onion crisps from Walker's. They can't get it right at all.
There's a crisp further on that's like this, but even worse. But like if you eat these pray to God that you won't burp in the next hour, because that will taste horrendous.
It's like having some. It's like having, because I'm gonna use Italian food for this stereotypically. It's like having Italian food and it's got a lot of garlic in it. You're gonna have garlic breath for maybe the next 2 days.
Yeah, it agreed. It is pretty lingering. Let's just say.
Yeah, it's just not
a fan. But the texture, as always with classic Walkers, very solid. The taste is pretty rank. I'd actually say the taste is a little worse than the squares. But I think the squares get F because of their texture and shape.
Inability to be consistent for me. They used to be right. Cheese and onion squares used to probably be a D tier at best.
Yeah.
Before 2018, they probably would have been D tier.
Yeah. Whatsits is next for me, and I've been excited to talk about these.
Whatsits is at the far end for me of my ones that remain, so... Let's go.
Whatsits...
we'll get it.
Whatsits challenge mini cheddars. I think they're above mini cheddars, but just below Chili Heatwave Doritos in terms of S.
I don't agree with you on putting them in S. I really don't.
Fair enough.
I think they are a low B at best.
Damn, that is insulting.
I'll explain myself. If it was pre-2016 Whatsits, I would have been putting them ahead of Thai sweet chili.
Oh, wow.
They would have had that flavour.
Did they change?
Would have had yeah, they've gotten like, you know, all of this Jamie Oliver stuff that happened.
I didn't know.
Yeah,
he
Jamie
did
Oliver.
Nothing to Whatsits.
No, it's like he was trying to get everything to be healthier in the UK. Whatsits jumped on this bandwagon. Walker's jumped on this bandwagon, and the cheese flavour is possibly even worse than Quavers now.
Wow. Okay. Well, I suppose I haven't had classic Whatsit brand in a while. I've probably had them after 2016. I'm fairly confident in saying that. 90% sure I've had Whatsits in 2016. I do have a lot of off-brand Whatsits though. To be fair, I have a lot of off-brand crisps in general. To be fair.
Yeah, because the original big brand Whatsits are getting expensive now.
Yeah, well, I just buy a lot of off-brand stuff because it's cheap.
Well, I mean, they're close to being nearly about £1.25 at the moment.
It's quite a bit for
for
a reasonable size bag.
75 for like a 50-gram bag.
Yeah, that is pretty expensive. But yeah, I think that they're definitely I really like the texture. And the cheese flavor itself I think is great. It tastes like I guess it tastes like mini cheddars probably taste more like actual cheese, but I think the Whatsits cheese flavor is just better. I don't know why.
For me, there would be. I'm keeping them there because the cheese flavor now sucks. But they get a B and not a low C because of the nostalgia that I have with them. I've had these for years.
That's fair enough. Yeah, it's very nostalgic. Pringles salt and vinegar. It's got to be a D for me. Above.
It's a what? You cut out.
It's got to be a D for me, but high D, I think. Just below baked Walkers.
For me, it's a high C.
Fair enough. I've got original Pringles at high C. I think
actually no. I think I would actually put the salt and vinegar Pringles behind the cool original Doritos, putting them just in the middle of C.
Yeah. I think they're a bit strong in terms of in terms of the the world of salt and vinegar, but not as strong as French fries salt and vinegar, which are pretty whatever,
Yeah, I think for me, they're inconsistent yet again because I personally I will judge a crisp on three things: your flavor, how unique it is. If it's like got a different shape, is it unique? How the flavor is unique to everything else, and how much air you've got in your bags.
Yeah. Well, I mean, to be fair, I mean, Pringles, like,
They come in a
they
tin
fill it. They fill it
canister.
to the brim. Like, you know,
Yeah,
you're not getting
you've probably
scammed
got
with.
like
You're not getting scammed with Pringles. Well, I mean, they're expensive, so you paid for
yeah,
them.
they're like they're £2 now. £2, two.
They are very expensive. I will usually go for like the Aldi off-brand Pringles, but
Yeah, Aldi
they're,
off-brand Pringles.
they're still really good though. Like, you know.
Yeah, the Aldi off-brand Pringles. Personally, if we had put them on here, I would be putting them higher than the original Pringles.
I don't think they're better than Pringles. I just think they're better for the price. But
Yeah.
like the stacks are saying like
Yeah, they're called stacks.
or stackers. Yeah, I don't know. I might be thinking
Yeah.
of Doritos stacks. Maybe we should put that on there. Oh well.
Oh, we should have, because the flaming hot chicken wing flavor that would have been going in S tier above chili heat wave for me.
Damn. I feel like I don't know. I just feel like salt and vinegar Pringles is one of the not so good salt and vinegar flavors. Actually, ironically, most of the salt and vinegar flavors are below C for me.
I've only got one salt and vinegar flavor above C, and that's the squares.
Yeah, the highest salt and vinegar flavor for me is C, which is weird because I usually consider salt and vinegar to be one of the best flavors, but maybe not. I guess the best.
Maybe it's just.
I guess the best crisps are just like the original ones or cheese.
You just all like your spicy ones.
Yeah, the spicy ones are definitely very, very solid for me. What do you have next?
I have balsamic vinegar and caramelized onion sensations.
We both tried these for the first time yesterday, and they were. They were pretty. They were pretty good. They were pretty good.
They're solid.
They're solid. They are A, I think.
Yeah, I agree. A tier.
I think they're they're not as good as the Thai sweet chili, but it is definitely Sensations is as a brand is very trustworthy. I think they're above Skips for me.
Yeah.
Actually, no, they're high. They're top of A. They're top of A for me.
I mean, no, they're just below mini cheddars for me in terms of A. Because I've only got two things in A, which
they're actually also just below mini cheddars for me in terms of the grand scheme because mini cheddars is bottom of S, Sensations is top of A. So yeah.
My mini cheddars are top of A because I feel like, as I've already said, those are inconsistent. But the Sensations balsamic, the only reason why I would probably say they are an A is because, well, there's two things. When I was trying them yesterday, there was a lot of you got some that were really flavorful, and then you got one that just didn't taste of anything.
Yeah, I think they were like I don't know. I think they were all pretty consistent for me. I think, but I will say the balsamic was way more overpowering than the caramelized onion. I basically just taste balsamic and maybe a hint of onion, but not caramelized. But they were still very good. I enjoyed them a lot. You just
have a hint of raw onion.
Not raw, just like just onion, not like caramelized. But I thought they were pretty solid. Thanks, Paddy, for bringing them in.
Thank you. Another thing was because when I ended up going down to shop yesterday after I'd ended up leaving your house, they are not cheap.
Are they not?
No.
Damn. I feel like
it's like, in fairness, Sensations are not cheap because, well, they're bigger bags in terms of your original Walker's crisps.
Yeah.
And they're more unique in terms of their flavors, so of course they're going to be more expensive.
Yeah,
I feel like
they're like posh.
I feel like when it comes to the flavors, they're good, but you're pricing them possibly a bit too much. I know that it's a business, they'll try and earn a profit, but you're possibly pricing it a bit too high.
Yeah, I guess maybe. I found them. I mean, I found the Thai sweet chili and in like pretty cheap territory sometimes, especially in places like like Asda and Aldi and stuff.
You'll find them cheap there, but if you go to somewhere like I went to
Printing
Co-op,
Morrison's is saying on Co-op.
I went Co-op, yeah, Co-op, Morrison's, and Sainsbury's are very consistent in terms of their prices. Probably like a 25p gap between them.
Yeah.
The lowest price I found for them was 1.25, and the highest price I found for them was 1.60.
Yeah.
So on average, it's about a 25p gap.
Yeah. Asda,
But
I
it
feel like
obviously-
are cheap for them. But yeah.
Yeah. Morrison's was the most expensive, surprisingly. I thought the Co-op would be.
Yeah, Morrison's is like, apart from Co-op, is probably like one of the more expensive, supermarkets out there.
Unless you live down south and go to Waitrose.
Yeah. Barbecue hula hoops for me next.
Oh. I need to find my barbecue. I found them.
I don't know about them.
I'm very skeptical about them,
Same.
to be honest.
I feel it feels like they almost change on what day. I probably have only had them about 4 times, but like I feel like they tasted different every time I had them. But I'm gonna put them in. I'm gonna put them in E.
I'm gonna put them low D.
I'm gonna put them
They're
in E actually.
They're inconsistent.
Yeah.
Again, because as you said, they tasted like they were different flavors every single time you tried them.
Yeah. I just
Which, in terms of a crisp, you probably don't want that because it's gonna. Yes, it'll be like a different flavor sensation every time you try them, but you don't want it to be different.
Yeah.
You want to feel comfortable having this crisp, knowing it's going to have a consistent flavor.
Yeah, I don't know they don't really taste like barbecue to me. They just kind of taste like a bunch of herbs.
Yeah, it was like with the Doritos Stacks chicken wings. I'll use these as an example because they're not on the list. They didn't taste like chicken wing. It tasted like spices and stuff you'd find at a restaurant. You'd find at Chipotle.
They just went to like a pizza restaurant and just like got all the like oven grease and just like put them into a crisp.
It's like probably the taste of the spicy sauce mixed with possibly a hint of chicken.
Yeah.
It's definitely not flaming hot chicken wings.
No. But I don't really have a lot to say about. But hula hoops in general just aren't great in my opinion.
Yeah, I probably disagree with the salt and vinegar ones. Those are okay, but every other one of them is. Yeah, I agree with you on that.
Yeah. Pickled onion Monster Munch for me is next.
Oh, I've got pickled onion Space Raiders.
Oh, I guess we'll do that after Monster Munch then. A for me.
Oh, there they are. I just couldn't find them for a second.
Yeah.
I am not a fan of pickled onion.
I aren't usually either, but for some reason Monster Munch just do it for me.
Monster Munch. The pickled onion ones just really don't hit. They're really like overpowering.
They are pretty strong. I will give you that.
They're overpowering, and I feel like they are in many cases inconsistent, which is something you can probably already tell I don't like about crisps. I like them to be consistent, which is the reason why I'm putting them below the Pringles original flavor, but above tangy cheese and cheese and onion in E.
Yeah. I will put them in low A, I think, because I really like the texture of them. Again with the gimmicky shapes, but I think they're like a really good texture. They don't really like taste like a standard crisp. They kind of just taste like some sort of like they almost taste like some sort of caramelized baked oily thing. I don't know.
Yeah.
But like I definitely think they're like I very much like the pickled onion flavor. You said you had pickled onion Space Raiders next.
Yeah, I've got pickled onion Space Raiders next.
I think they're just a worse version of pickled onion Monster Munch.
I think they're a better version of pickled onion Monster Munch.
Damn, I think that I'm very nostalgic for them actually, but I'll give them a
Base,
C. I think
yeah, I'm putting them just above Discos in C.
I'm putting them just below Tangy Cheese. No, I'll put them above Tangy Cheese Doritos. I think.
Because at least with the Space Raiders, they actually taste like the thing they're trying to advertise.
I think they just kind of. I think the
Tangy
texture brings it down for me. It's kind of weird texture.
And I feel like for me, the nostalgic, they have that flavor that isn't overpowering or really weak, and they're very consistent in my opinion.
The alien faces is a cool novelty, though. I'll say that.
Yeah, it's unique.
Yeah. I have sour cream and onion Pringles. Super zoomed in this photo for some reason. But like.
Mine is not. My super zoomed in photos were the salt and vinegar and paprika ones.
Fair enough.
Which one of them we haven't done yet?
I think sour cream and onion Pringles, I think, is S, but it's bottom of S, I think.
Oh, you're really not going to like me for this one.
No.
Top of F.
Oh, wow. Okay.
I just honestly do not like the flavor of sour cream. It just doesn't feel right to me.
I don't know. It's something about this one. Usually sour cream and onions are like a pretty whatever flavor for me, but for some reason the Pringles, just like I love the powdery sort of texture that the powdery flavors that you get on it. The fact that it's Pringles in the first place, which is just a really good texture and shape for me. Again, they're expensive, but like that doesn't really matter in this tier list. They're really, really solid. Yeah. Second best Pringle. We'll get on to what the best one is next.
Yeah. Up next for me is the Cool Ranch Doritos. I don't think you put that on your list.
No, is it just the same as Cool Original, pretty much?
I feel like it is basically just Cool Original, but with a bit more flavor.
Fair enough.
Which for me is the reason why it's a low B.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have two more on here than you do because we didn't actually discuss what we were properly gonna put on. Well, it wasn't really that well arranged, to be honest.
Not incredibly, but we did our best.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. In terms of ones that I believe we both have on next for me is the Spicy Space Raiders.
Oh, vastly superior to the pickled onion. I think they're A.
I think they are a high B.
Yeah. I think I don't know. The texture's again a little bit weird, but like I really like spicy crisps. I know I'm hard.
So do I. I just like spicy stuff, to be honest. They're nice.
I don't like spicy stuff, but I love spicy crisps.
Yeah. In terms of it, they're nice. They've got that flavour there. But in reality, they would never, ever be able to rival Thai sweet chili chili heat
Obviously, no. Obviously, they never rival that.
They actually have their powerful flavors for those two. Thai sweet chili is unique in terms of its spice.
Yeah.
And it's something that the Space Raider spicy flavor fails to do.
Yeah, I feel like they don't really have
spicy for the sake of spicy.
Yeah, they don't really have like a solid wow, this tastes like chicken, or wow, this tastes like I don't know, sweet chili sauce. Like, I don't know. It's like it's just kind of here's a spicy grease. Have some spicy grease.
We put cayenne pepper on these to make them spicy. They don't actually taste of anything.
But I still like them. I haven't actually had them in years, but I remember liking them a lot. So
yeah.
Should we stick with the theme of Space Raiders and go with beef?
We'll get Space Raiders done and out of the way.
B, I think, fine. Or whatever.
Beef flavored Space Raiders
Th-
is just above the pickled onion ones for me in C.
They don't really taste very beefy. They kind of taste like, again, like a bunch of like oven grease.
Yeah, it's like it's a bunch of like with most of these on here, to be honest, prosthetic flavors put together to try and imitate what they're trying to be, but they fail at it.
Unless you're talking about Walker's roast chicken, which we'll get onto later, I guess.
Oh yeah, we'll do what
Because they actually taste crazy close to chicken.
Yeah,
Mm.
but I feel like the chicken and thyme sensations, if you tried them, we would have put them on here.
Mm.
They are probably the closest thing that I've tried in terms of it.
Yeah.
They're probably closer than the roast chicken Walkers.
Mm.
Yeah. Up next is Hula Hoops for me.
Oh no.
Just the original Hula Hoops. Yeah, just
F.
the original Hula Hoops.
F.
I agree.
I really don't like the original Hula. I don't like Hula Hoops in general, but like, especially the original.
I feel like for me, they're higher than the baked and they're higher than the squares, cheese, and onion.
I feel like
because at least they have something to them.
They
but
taste
again,
really...
they're just not it.
They kind of taste like really hard. Well, not like hard, but like really crunchy. Like
yeah,
you don't
want it to. You don't want it to be a crisp that's gonna take your teeth out.
Yeah, I feel like if
and that's the thing I have to be careful with now. I'm wearing goddamn braces.
It's literally like if Sensations is like if the mouthfeel of Sensations is like a massage, the mouthfeel of Hula Hoops is a root canal.
Glass. It's broken glass.
Or like a root canal, I think. It's
root
just
canal
like...
or broken glass.
Yeah, literally, it's just like pain.
Pick your pick.
I
Take a pick. What would you rather have? A beautiful, flavorful massage or broken glass?
I'll go with the massage in terms of Sensations, I think. But yeah, I don't Hula Hoops and the salt as well. It barely tastes like anything.
It doesn't taste of anything. It's stronger in my opinion than the baked sea salt Walkers, but it's weaker than the sour cream and onion Pringles.
Yeah, I think they're well. I think this is the worst we've had so far on this list.
The worst I've got on here so far is the cheese and onion squares.
This one is just below the squares, I think, which is also a painful mouthfeel. But Hula Hoops is worse, so yeah. I have Pringles, Texas barbecue next. Another
S.
I was gonna say another S. I'd say just below Doritos chili heat wave. No, I'm gonna say above.
I'm putting them higher. I'm saying higher.
Just below. Just below chili heat. Sorry, just above chili heat wave. Just below Thai sweet chili. It's definitely best Pringle out there.
I'm afraid to say that it is, in my opinion, because I've tried a flavor that you haven't tried. It is the second best.
Ah, I see.
But in terms of the ones we have on here, it is the best. My favorite is the Peking duck in hoisin sauce, Pringles rice fusion.
That sounds peculiar. It sounds pretty good.
It is really nice.
It sounds pretty good, to be fair.
Yeah,
I would.
It's basically Pringles' attempt at trying to do what Thai sweet chili did, with this kind of somewhat Asian styled flavor.
That does sound pretty
good. They tried to do that with 3 different flavors. There was the Peking duck in hoisin sauce. There was a curry one, and I can't remember the third.
Yeah, I feel the Pringles flavor I want to try the most is probably like cream and mushroom, which I've seen, but like I don't know where to find that.
In hell.
It sounds really good, to be honest, but maybe not. I don't know. I can't judge it because I haven't tasted it, but yeah. Anyway, French fries ready salted is next for me, and it's another F.
French fries ready salted.
Just above.
Oh, I don't have. Yeah, I don't have that.
Oh, you don't have it? I think it's.
No, I don't have the picture.
It's just above Hula Hoops original for me. But it's still pretty. Nah.
Yeah, I'd put that in F as well if I had the picture.
Again, it's like it's got the same issue with Hula Hoops. How it's like really, really hard. They're like, I don't know. They're just like, they don't really taste of much. It says a really low. I don't know. They're just kind of. Ooh. I would never choose these. They honestly kind of hurt.
Unrecommended by Louis.
I assume you've tried them.
Yeah, I've tried them and I do not like them, but honest to God, you can't really take my opinion on ready salted crisps.
Why?
We already know what's going on. Well, we already know what's going on there. Most of the ready salted crisps, the highest I've got in terms of ready salted crisps right now is the Walker's ready salted in D.
Well, I mean, my Walker's ready salted is an A, but like, yeah, I suppose they're pretty.
You can't really take my opinion on ready salted flavored crisps because none of them are higher than a D.
I feel like we should get all the Walkers done now. Get all like.
Yeah, because I've still got like 3 left to do if we're excluding the copy.
My phone's ringing. Yeah. So Walker's salt and vinegar.
I've got salt and vinegar first. That for me is a B.
I would give it a high A. I think top of A.
Mine's just below Skips.
Yeah, I think I don't know. I think it's probably the best you're gonna get from salt and vinegar. I think.
I feel like if we're going off of basic shape ones, then yes. But as I've already said, I have put the salt and vinegar squares in S tier. So
yeah, I don't know. I think I don't know. I just like. It's like the perfect amount of salt and vinegar. It's not too vinegary, which is like the issue with like the Pringles.
Yeah,
but it's not bland at all. You know, it's still got the tangy feeling you want. It's got that flavor that you want it to have. It's not overpowering. It's not too strong. It's just basically the perfect blend that you can get of when it comes to It's just very solid.
It's very good.
Prawn cocktail Walkers.
Oh.
I'd give it a low S, bottom of S.
Ooh, I give it a high C.
Damn, I'm a big fan of prawn cocktail Walkers.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of prawn cocktail flavored crisps. My only problem with the Walkers is it doesn't have that flavor consistency. It's not there every single time, and it just makes me want to tear my hair out over the fact that I love these crisps, but they're so inconsistent.
Yeah, I don't know. I just like I don't know. I'm definitely a big fan. I don't think they're very inconsistent. You know, I don't know. I don't have much to add. They have quite a lot of flavor. You know, and again, it's just I think Walker. The reason I put a lot of Walker stuff so high, like your bog standard Walkers, because I don't know. I just think it's the perfect shape and feel. I don't know, and texture.
Well, I mean, in fairness, most of the crisps made here in the UK are made by Walkers, so
yeah. Yeah, you're right. Actually, they're like all the like French fries and squares and
yeah.
I think Hula Hoops. Maybe no.
No, Hula Hoops are independent.
Yeah, you're right.
On here, of the ones that we have, Sensations, French fries, Quavers, and Squares are all made by Walkers.
Sensations is Walkers.
Yeah, Sensations is Walkers.
Wow, that surprises me, honestly. Damn. So, roast chicken finally, and I give it
S.
I know it's
Actually,
S.
no,
I know it's S, but I'm trying to figure out where on S because it's the best Walkers.
Actually, for me, it's a high A.
I want to say it's
rethinking that.
I want to say it's just below mini cheddars, just above sour cream and onion Pringles.
Mine, for me, it's above mini cheddars because it's got that flavor.
I honestly have no idea how they manage to capture the flavor of a roast chicken so well in a crisp.
So it's very difficult because Walkers, when it comes to their roast chicken flavored stuff, they are actually really good with being consistent in terms of their flavor.
Yeah.
The only problem I have with it is like it's 25% air.
Yeah, well, they don't fill their bags that much, but you know that's just an unfortunate given.
Yeah. If they'd put more into their bags, I would have put this above the squares.
Yeah.
The salt and vinegar squares. But I can't because there's not enough.
And I just think I think with roast chicken Walkers, I think it's just like definitely I'd say the best you can get from the plain Walker's crisps. We didn't put Worcester sauce on here, but that would be A for me, I think.
I that would be in E for me.
Wow,
I do not like Worcester. I do not like Worcestershire sauce.
Yeah, I don't know. I like it quite a bit, but like, you know, I'd probably put them below salt and vinegar.
Yeah. I mean, Worcestershire sauce is not nice. Or if you're American, wash your sister sauce, as I have heard a bunch of Southern Americans say.
Yeah, I thought it was just Worcester sauce.
No, it's Worcester sauce or Worcestershire sauce.
Fair enough.
For some reason, Americans say wash your sister sauce.
Wash the sister sauce.
No, wash your sister sauce.
Wash your sister sauce. I can't even say it.
They basically...
Yeah.
I have heard, like, it's like, if you're mainly Americans from, like, down south, deep south, Alabama, Mississippi, places like that, they definitely say wash your sister sauce.
Well done. Yeah. But I would say, what were we even talking about? Roast chicken. Yeah, I just say it's the best
It's
plain Walkers you can get.
Yeah, it's the best ordinary Walker's flavor in terms of its branding you can get anyways.
I'm gonna rant a bit about Frazzles.
Oh, Frazzles.
Frazzles
I'm not a big fan
is one of the worst crisps ever, in my opinion.
I'm not a big fan of bacon flavored crisps.
Neither.
Anyways.
I don't like bacon flavored anything. Bacon flavored super noodles, smoky bacon Walkers. But
they have bacon flavored noodles.
I've had bacon super noodles. Rank.
We have to do a super noodles tier list at some point.
Fair enough. Or just any you know, like any packeted noodles. That would be pretty good.
Yeah.
But like,
I mean, Frazzles for me is at the bottom.
Really, I'd say, yeah. By looking at what we've got left, there's nothing that's gonna get worse than Frazzles. Also, like, I would probably eat them if there was a bowl of them in front of me, but like, for like
You'd hate yourself
I'd hate myself afterwards, and also like for years, like for years after, like
your breath
would be horrendous. And it's the same for every bacon flavored. It's the same for every bacon flavored thing ever. It doesn't taste like bacon. It tastes like pig.
They just put bacon. They just put bacon grease on it.
It doesn't taste like bacon.
It
tastes like dead pig. That's what it actually tastes like.
All they do to give it its so-called bacon flavor is pour bacon grease.
And also, it looks like a strip of bacon. Like, kind of. Which, to be fair, I'll give it credit. Yeah, that's a cool novelty, the fact that it kind of looks like a bacon
cool,
piece.
Unique, but
grim.
It's just not natural.
No, and then if we're talking off-brand Frazzles, that's even worse. Like...
Man, they don't even taste.
Yeah, they...
Off-brand ones don't taste.
No. Yeah, no. Yes. And yet they still somehow manage to linger in your throat and body for years.
Yep. Whoever made Frazzles, you made the biggest mistake in the history of UK crisps.
Legend has it there's still Frazzles in my breath from 2 years ago today.
Legend has it that my dad, after having a packet of Frazzles, still has bacon breath 15 years on.
Yeah, that's nah. The Frazzles are pretty bottom of the barrel. I don't know what you want to go for next.
I want to get this final ready salted squares. I want to get the last set of squares out of the way.
E for me. Bottom of E.
Squares ready salted is above Discos but below pickled onion space raiders in C. The reason why is the reason why it's my favorite ready salted crisp that that I've actually ever had.
Damn.
Because of the fact it's more consistent and the flavoring is just adds something to it.
Yeah. I just think again it kind of tastes like broken glass, or like it feels like broken glass.
You can't. The one thing is nothing feels more worse than broken glass than the salt and vinegar hula hoops.
Yeah. Yeah.
They are basically just pieces
They
of.
hurt.
This is basically if you were getting a cavity.
Cavity
If you were
fills.
getting a cavity cleaned out of your tooth.
Yeah.
Or if you were eating broken glass that had been dipped in acid.
Fair enough.
This for me is just above the cheese and onion squares
I get
in F.
this is hula hoops, right? The
Yeah, this is the salt and vinegar hula hoop.
I'd actually say the salt and vinegar hula hoops are a bit better than the original, but I'd say they're worse than French fries ready salted. So yeah, do with that as you will.
Yeah.
If
mean,
you have
I
like
can't
and if
help-
you have a cut on your lip as well, like, God,
That's just gonna hurt.
or like
It's
an
just-
ulcer,
You're murdering your mouth.
or like an ulcer as well. That'll just
Yeah, you're
yeah.
just murdering your mouth at this point.
Yeah.
You're a masochist.
It's-
Stop. Go get help.
Yeah, nah, it's. Ugh. I want to get these French fries out of the way. Cheese and
I've
onion.
only got cheese and
Cheese and
onion.
onion French fries. I'd actually give them C. I don't like French fries, and I don't really like cheese and onion. But somehow I'm gonna give these C because they taste alright.
I'm giving these an E. Over the basic fact, they are worse than the Walker's ordinary cheese and onion,
They're a lot worse than
but have more flavor than the Tangy cheese Doritos.
It's weird that they're quite a bit better than Disco's salt and vinegar for me, but they're so much worse than Pringles original. I don't know. But like it's in between those exactly.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I've got 3 left to do.
got 2 left. Monster Munch. I believe that's Flaming Hot.
I've got Monster Munch, Flaming Hot, Monster Munch, Roast Beef, and Pringles Paprika.
Oh, is that roast beef then? No, that is Flaming Hot.
No, the yellow bag is.
Oh, I don't have
roast
that.
beef.
I don't have that. I don't think I couldn't find
Yeah.
a JPEG of it. I'm not sure I've had it now that I think of it.
I just edited the file to be a JPEG so that I could do this.
Fair enough. I think I'm giving this the Flaming Hot Monster Munch a just below Skips, just above Pickled Onion Monster Munch actually.
I would put these below the Cheetah Flaming Hot Puffs, but above Skips.
Yeah. That's fair enough.
There's not really much to say about them. It's
It's
basically
similar to the
like
Space
the
Raid,
Space Raid. Yeah, Space Raid is spicy. It's basically just like, yeah, we've put something that is spicy in here. It doesn't actually taste of any sort of chilies or anything, but we're gonna just do it for the sake of being spicy.
But the texture is better quite a lot, by quite a bit, in my opinion.
Yeah.
So that's why they're higher by 2
Yeah.
bits.
Yeah, I'll do the roast beef, Monster Munch and get them out of the way. Then we can both do the Paprika Pringles.
Yes.
Roast beef, Monster Munch for me are my favorite Monster Munch.
I'm not actually even sure I've had them, honestly.
I'd put them above the spicy Monster Munch,
Yeah,
but below the flaming hot Cheeto Puffs,
fair enough.
because they're good in terms of their flavor, and they're probably the best beef flavored thing we've got on here, considering we've only got two.
Mm.
And they're respectable because they are consistent.
Yeah, I can't really judge because I haven't had them. I don't. At least if I
Yeah.
have had them, then I remember nothing about them.
Yeah.
So
Oh,
that's fair
and
enough.
just to say, Monster Munch are also made by Walkers, so that's another thing on here that's made by Walkers.
Yeah, they are actually. I never noticed that. Yeah. So, Paprika Pringles.
Last thing on here, because I ended up having an extra copy of the Hula Hoop salt and vinegar picture for some reason.
I'm probably going to give. I don't know. It's hard for me. I think I'm gonna give it a C.
Yeah, I agree. See,
I'm gonna give it a high-ish C, just above original. I think.
I'm putting them above the salt and vinegar, but below cool original Doritos.
Yeah, I'm giving them. I'm giving them just above original. I think that's fair to assess that.
I mean, like,
They kind of taste like kind of like paprika in a way.
yeah, at least it has somewhat of the flavor that it's trying to advertise itself
But
as.
to be fair, that's not hard to do because
Unlike most of the crisps below it, it actually advertises the flavor it's trying to be, but I feel like in many cases it just tries too hard.
yeah. Well, I mean, to be fair, with paprika, it's pretty easy to make a paprika flavored thing. Just put paprika on
It's
it.
also, yeah, but it's also very easy to mess up if you put too much on it.
Yeah, you're right. But I feel like the Pringles doesn't do that. I think it does an alright amount. But you know, paprika itself is pretty whatever to me. So.
Yeah, personally, I feel like it's, I feel like personally they just try a bit too hard sometimes.
Yeah, that's fair. But anyway, we are now done. If we might do more tier lists like this in the future. So
Hopefully we
look
will,
out for
because
that.
this has been fun.
Yes. So I will see you soon, I guess.